These moments turned athletes into heroes. In 2019, a friendly pickup hockey game suddenly turned when one of the players collapsed from a massive heart attack. A player from the opposing team then took charge.
If he did not receive immediate attention, he probably would not be with us right now.
As luck would have it, he was an emergency room physician.
Yeah.
We administered that shock and administered a little bit more CPR for another minute and a half, and he started breathing on his own.
The guys were skating, the EMS guys, out at full speed, hanging onto their arms. I was looking up at Dr. Bryant and a first responder EMS guy that was in the ambulance. And I had my hockey gear on and 2 unmatching socks, so I didn't know I was going to be going for an ambulance right that day. The chances of having a cardiac arrest, but having it 10 yards away from an emergency room doctor in an ice rink that's equipped with a defibrillator, I'm a blessed man, and I'm very, very lucky.
In 2022, Caitlin had an excuse for being late on her first day of school. There was an alligator in her driveway.
She's yelling, Dad, there's an alligator in front of her. Of course, I didn't believe her. It's her first day of middle school, so I thought she was making up a story just so she won't go to school.
It's huge.
But she was serious, and Mike Trim was determined to make sure she got to class.
Get a towel, put it over his head, and calm it down. And that's exactly what I did.
It also helped that Mike was an MMA fighter.
First thing was trying to shut them out and trying to, get into his back, and which is what I do. We do what you get.
Mike got the gator in his truck and released it in the pond.
Back in a while. He want to run it back. I got all the smoke. I'm ready.
And good news. Caitlin made it to her first day of middle school with quite a story to tell.
It's huge.
In 2016, WWE Superstar Shad Gaspard took down a suspect during a robbery at a Florida gas station.
911, what is your emergency?
My customer came to the store, some guy came and he pointed a gun at this guy, and he's a big guy.
I put him in a rear choke, and then I took him down to the floor as fast as I could.
The wrestler body slammed the suspect to the ground and held him down until cops arrived. In 2015, a Tennessee high school football star was a hero after he died shielding friends during a shooting. Xavier Dobson was struck after 2 men approached the group sitting on a porch and began shooting.
It was an honor for my son to protect another individual.
I set him on my arms. I was shaking him.
I love him.
I was shaking him. I was like, I love you. Wake up. I need you. Wake up.
If it wasn't for Xavier, if he would have just ran off the porch, me or her would have probably been shot.
President Obama later praised Xavier for his actions, calling him a hero. In 2022, a referee wobbled and collapsed during a basketball game in upstate New York. A player ran to the ref's side and performed chest compressions.
I run towards the emergencies. I don't run away from them.
25-year-old Miles Copeland was a firefighter with the Toledo, Ohio Fire Department.
I just don't happen to feel a pulse. He's not breathing.
In the stands was the ref's fiance, Donna.
I mean, he was gone. I mean, that's the fear. So my only hope was that they could bring him back.
For 30 minutes, Copeland worked to get 61-year-old John Scully's heart going again.
It was an eternity. And watching your loved one's chest get pumped like that, it's terrorizing. And they finally came out and said, he's back. He's talking, he's alert.
He was kind of jokingly saying that he was going to go just back in and ref the rest of the game.
A young man who's never traveled with the team, wasn't scheduled to be here, stepped in and saved that man's life.
Miles, my heart literally goes out to you for saving my life. You are my hero.
It really makes me feel really good.
I love him. I'm his biggest fan he's ever going to have in this world.
In January of 2023, an NFL quarterback helped rescue 4 people after their helicopter crashed into water.
It almost looked like a crew boat in the water that had broken up into about 4 pieces, and I vaguely remember seeing like 2 yellow life jackets.
Blaine Gabbert, Tom Brady's backup on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the time, was on his jet ski when he saw the pilot and 3 passengers in the water.
They looked like they were in duress. We raced over there. The youngest kid had just came up and said he was pinned in there, and I asked if anybody else was trapped. And then I called 911, tried to remain as calm as possible, but no, it all turned positive. They were healthy, scared, nervous, but you know, it was a pretty crappy situation that turned good in the end. So I was just right place, right time, I guess.
We arrived on scene, and Blake and his brothers had actually just about completed the rescue. It was a pretty impressive feat, no doubt. They were very calm. Great job on that. We were able to get the pilot out. He was the last one in the water. It was just an amazing event. Negative circumstances that turned positive.
Yesterday was an amazing example of how teamwork, not only in the sports world, but also in our hometown. And that's why this area is known as Champa Bay.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.